All right, so we're back. We're actually only on day 100 because I wanted to show Evil and Phantom the way the game stage goes. When I first, right before I changed it, it was like 387 or something like that.
Right.
So, and I bumped it to another day, so it still calculates me being alive for that many days. And let's go ahead and do it again. And this time, we're just going to go ahead and bump it to our target day at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Day 7,000. It's going to be a horde. And so my game stage is sitting at now 720.
Yeah.
I do not suspect that I will live through this.
That's double what it
I would doubt
was. Yeah. That's double what it was on the 21.
Yeah, now let's see if I can go find a zombie to kill real quick. I still have a minute and something left for my arm to heal, but I want to see what killing one zombie will do to the game stage, because as you're going through the horde, the game stage will change.
Right. Yeah, as you're moving through and killing zombies,
There they are.
you
Continuing.
the game stage.
Come on. Wow, he's moving quick.
She's home now.
Wow. He had a lot of health. Okay, killing one zombie apparently doesn't change the game stage, unless that's the max game stage.
It's possible.
Well, why not do a day 9,000 horde and see if it continues?
I got it. I love you.
I don't know if that actually computes. I can't do that kind of math.
You added a couple of additional kills, but you really didn't change the game stage. So
No.
it isn't necessarily a 1-for-1.
No, but
But
I've got about 30 seconds left, so let's go ahead and 21. To be honest, even though that I have access to all the possible items in the game and the fact that I have admin commands, I'm still a little nervous about this.
I don't think it was ever meant to get to a day 7,000 on anybody's game ever.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think anybody ever computed that they would go that far.
be interesting to see what the devs have to say about it at some point.
Yeah, that would be a good question to ask them. What was the max game stage you thought that your consumer would actually get to before it breaks the game? Before you thought it's like they can't. There's no way that this game stage it shuts anything and everything down.
Now, some people will probably think, well, why didn't you just grab a grenade or a rocket launcher or something? Well, the entire purpose of this was to actually do it in melee range combat.
Right. And Evil and I were talking during the interval. Our suspicion is that at this point, even being maxed, it won't be possible to tackle it on foot. Our suspicion is that well before you got to this point, you would have to have some kind of a base, fortifications of some sort, automated defenses, turrets, that sort of thing, to aid you in surviving the horde. It's just our guess. We'll find out, but
I'm not seeing anybody without glowing eyes yet. They've all got glowing eyes.
Yeah.
And
I'm actually surprised you're still seeing non-irradiated. Some of these ordinary kinds. I mean, they're feral, but you know, that only does so much. I mean, yeah, you've got a number of, feral housewives chasing you now. It's kind of frightening, but here, eat this.
Eat this grenade. Num nums.
Right?
You need to put the weapon from Dead Rising in here, which is a sledgehammer with grenades duct taped to it. Because you know that'll work.
Right? No unreality involved there at all. Okay, so we have seen some more difficult zombies. We've had demolishers already, so we didn't see those at all in the day 21. So day plays at least a small role. We got birds this time. We didn't get that.
I think if you can stay on the move like this, you might be able to somehow survive it.
Yeah, it's all about making sure that they stay at a reasonable distance. Even when you're swinging the hammer, you really don't want to get surrounded.
No. No, you don't.
The question will be, can they land a lucky hit to cripple you enough to get a hold to surround you? Because that's what the only thing they'll be able to do. Is they land a lucky hit, they cripple your leg, and just in that instant.
I'm waiting for more demolishers. Come on, boys. That was not what I meant to do.
Operator failure.
I would hope that was not what you meant to do, because it was a really bad plan if it was.
I was trying to go for the shotgun to get that bird, but because the birds have a higher rate of bleed than anything else. But you notice I'm still at, still at 200 health because I used that healing kit and it just healed through the burning.
Right.
Come on, where are all these hard zombies? This is honestly, I'm pretty.
At the moment, it's a relatively light horde. They're feral, and that's really the only thing. You had more irradiateds in the previous one. Not
I
as
think
many,
it's just getting
not as
warmed
many
up, really.
ferals, but more irradiated.
He's still very early in the horde, too.
Yes, but on a day 7,000, I was expecting it to be more irradiateds.
True.
We haven't seen any cops yet in this one. We saw cops
First wave
regularly
on the
in
last one.
the first one. Yeah, we do have military.
The question
which
is,
we didn't have as many in the first one.
does day 7,000 break the horde?
It might.
At some point, does the days roll over?
Well, they shouldn't just roll over. That wouldn't make any sense. But
No, it wouldn't. But he seemed like he had a strong, like, they're stronger, yes, but now,
They're
like,
faster.
he had they're faster. That's all that's happened, really.
I've got a broken
They're
or
not-
sprained limb, so I need to get up here real quick. Okay. What is that? Sprained leg.
that should be the splint for the sprain on the leg. Cast is for on the arm.
Oh shit.
There
You
we
might have
go.
just blew up your stuff.
Now, with out like this, I'm trying to get the demolishers to blow up.
Right. You want them to blow up out here. Take some zombies with them.
They did pretty good in that horde we did about like getting a demolisher to blow up and clearing like a whole stack of other zombies. So tactically, they're useful.
Right. If you can keep them away from your defenses.
Oh yeah, you just gotta push them in the right direction with bullets. It seemed like that's what we were doing. Them pushing them back down the stairs with just rapid gunfire. He was missing an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot it off with the M60. Tell you what though, at this level, the shotguns are freaking amazing.
Yeah, they're actually doing quite well. Even against zombies you wouldn't ordinarily expect to use a shotgun against. Like the military guys. Normally the military guy's shotgun's pretty ineffective.
I'm surprised they're not sending all in military irradiated at you like this guy. Like, that's what I would expect.
Right.
Just waves and waves of those guys.
Honestly, the
And we
Desert
saw-
Vulture's not that great.
Or
I mean, do
other-
you remember the whole?
other irradiated as well, makes sense to me at this point.
I mean, how many did we see in that horde we did in that
Oh,
first
goodness.
base? I mean, it was just
I don't even know.
like that guy that pinned me
Unreal.
and Shade in the corner. Like we
Yeah.
put so many rounds in him.
Now, is
Yeah.
it possible that maybe this is on the easiest difficulty? If this is the easiest difficulty, then I can, bump up the difficulty and do it again.
Right, but it's the same difficulty settings as the day 21 that you just did.
Yeah.
And
Which
so
it
even
seems-
if it is the easiest, the comparison between the two is what we're focusing on. And this seems strangely easy, given that it's supposed to be a hugely more complicated, difficult, deadly horde. No, I don't know. Strange.
I know that if I punch them in the face, it knocks their teeth out, and they can't infect
Yeah.
them. Or
Yeah.
it blows up their head.
Which is also nice. Because then they kind of can't do anything.
It looked like that bow just stopped and thought about his actions before he actually did anything.
Well, the benefit for you is that most of them, when they come running up to you, they have to stop and set themselves for an attack. They don't actually attack on the run. A very few of them will, but mostly they don't. So if they come running up toward you, and as soon as they stop to set for an attack, you punch them. Especially if you hit them in the face, you can stun them, cause them to just stand there for a moment.
Especially if I do it at a run.
Yeah, but basically you can get one or more attacks in on them essentially for free.
Hey, listen here, puppy. I hate the screamy, jumpy guys. Freaking annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, now they're coming from that direction, mostly. The crazy thing is carrying all this gear, I could just jump over them if I wanted. And apparently the whole running attack thing is actually a thing. You just gotta make sure you plan it to where you don't get hit by them.
Well, that's ideal, certainly.
She has hit me way too many times.
That's because you keep not taking her seriously.
Now I'm starting to see more irradiated guys, but now it's like it's almost on the wind down.
Yeah,
see, that's another thing you want to do is like Duder was saying, you know, aim for the legs if they're running at you.
Right.
And you can severely slow them down.
Well, it especially helps if you've got the cripple and mod on your gun. You shoot them in the leg, then they're basically reduced to walking. And earlier on, of course, you can actually kill them by shooting their legs.
Like that right there.
Yeah. Yeah, later it's a little tougher to kill them by shooting their legs, but you can still do it. That's what we do to screamy, jumpy dudes.
I just saw him disappear. He lunged at me, I fired, and he disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that guy.
You took him out in mid-jump.
Yeah, now it's warming up to throw more at me.
Yeah, but it's weird that it took so long to get around to bringing some challenge out. The day 21 didn't waste any time. It started right away.
He caught it in the face.
Yeah. Open wide.
I have a lot of explosion resistance in this armor. Oops. There we go.
That was nice.
Dodgy little punk.
Jerks.
They're definitely trying to overwhelm you some more now. That's interesting.
Yeah, cop blew up.
Day 7000 Horde melee.
We get some accumulated damage here. I might want to do something about that. Take some vitamins, get rid of that fatigue. All right. You are seriously drug addicted. Not in the game, but wow.
I hit him as he was flying by.
Saw that. That was awesome.
Alright. Zombie baseball.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised.
I am quite surprised by this horde. It's not going anything like I thought it would.
Yep. I thought I was gonna die.
So did we. We both predicted that you would not survive this one, but it looks like you're going to come through this one in better condition. Which is weird.
Without a base.
Because
without help from turrets.
Well, your stats didn't change at all. So you didn't gain levels, you didn't get more powerful, you didn't get new gear, nothing like that. So you're essentially static. The only thing that changed was the horde. Well, the day and the horde and the game stage. But it's just calculations for Horde. That's all that changed. You didn't change at all. But this Horde is much easier than the previous one. So that's totally bonkers.
And there it goes to show, is melee viable? It is. If you're you go deep into the stats.
Well, one of the things we found was that when you are at max level 300, you have enough points to max everything. You don't have to choose where you put points. You have enough for everything. And then you add in the fact that having survived this long into the game, you will have had significant opportunities to find or purchase all the various books or perks. So all your perks are maxed out.
I would imagine so by day 7,000 that you would have everything.
That's basically our assumption too. Working off of the idea that you have legitimately made it to day 7,000 somehow, you will have acquired an amazing amount of stuff. You'll have looted every place on the map, probably several times.
The only thing is the game stage would be even higher because you would have killed more zombies.
Likely.
Maybe.
Yeah. There's no way to know for sure how many zombies you would have killed in 7,000 days with Horde nights and everything.
It would be unnumbered. Like, you wouldn't. It would depend on so many variables of randomness.
Yeah.
It is really trying to come out and throw a bunch of stuff at me now because it's getting down to the wire.
Yeah. Well, that was basically our discussion in prepping for this was, you know, how much XP should you have? What would be reasonable? And what should you have access to for gear and everything else? And the more we talked about it, the more we realized if you actually survive to day 7,000, you pretty much have. I mean, it remains possible.
The question is,
you would
has
not
game
find
stage
it.
changed?
Yeah.
Since he's been killing all these.
It's an important question. We'll see that in a little bit, but we know from random generation that it's both possible to get really great loot fairly early, and it's possible to not get the really great loot even a little later because of the nature of randomness. But at the same time, if you're figuring 7,000 days, that's a lot of randomness over which to get nothing good. And the odds of that are just super
720
low.
Seems to be the max.
So, yeah. Or at least it's the point at which killing more zombies doesn't change it.
So we've proven killing more zombies has not changed the game stage, but level and day does.
No, I believe killing more zombies does change the game stage.
Normally, yes.
Provided it's not so high. I really think
Yeah,
the 720 is the max.
Can you go higher in days?
Well, I'm sure I could.
See, if you went to a day like 8,000 and test and look at the game stage, is it still 720? Then we would know, okay, well, 720 is the max game stage.
Yeah. Which then begs the question of, in legitimate gameplay, where you're not doing anything out of the ordinary, where you're just going from day to day, doing your thing, at what point would you hit game stage 720? Because once you hit 720, it doesn't going to get more complicated. It's already as tough as it's going to get. It's just a matter of attrition at that point. How much time?
I mean, you can see he's just really playing with them. He's like, at this point, he still doesn't have to take it too seriously because
No,
he's
not really.
controlling what.
I do still hate the dogs, though.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
I'm out of medical kits in my bar.
Yeah.
And even, I mean, I've been at a point where I've had a box full of medical kits because I could make them.
Yeah. We've done that more than once.
Oh, yeah. That spit that makes me bleed.
Yeah.
They're trying pretty hard.
Oh.
Repair kit time.
It's really sad that I can run far enough away from them fast enough that the music stops.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And he
Yep,
survives.
There's morning.
Day 7,000. No base necessary.
So both of our predictions were wrong. We both thought that you would be overrun and not survive this.
Maybe it just goes to show you with the right equipment and doing the right thing and the right strategy, any horde can be taken down.
Yeah. So that's
Frankly,
that.
I also predicted that when you went up to resupply, that they would be more aggressive toward the hospital and tearing into it to get to you. And we really only saw that one time when the demolisher went up to the second story there.
Yeah, the
That was
cool
really
thing
the only
was is
time we saw it. After that, nothing.
after he blew it up,
Yeah.
there wasn't a path to me anymore. Because he blew it up so bad. Look.
Yeah.
He blew it up so bad, they didn't have a way to get to me because I was always standing on this side and they were too stupid to walk around this pillar to get to the other side.
Yeah. So that was another prediction that I had made that turned out to be inaccurate. I mean, perhaps it was just circumstances of that one demolisher blowing up, but nonetheless, I had thought they would be more aggressive toward you and do more damage to the hospital. Turned out they didn't do that either. So
Yeah.
From this experiment, it looks like once you reach max level, then it's just a question of how long does it take you to get top gear, because once you do that, you can survive in melee on the ground.
Yeah.
Against whatever horde comes. That's
Now you wanted to see if this changes if you live
kind of
longer.
bizarre.
So let's test it. I mean, let's.
20,000.
Day 20,000. No.
Game stage 720.
Max level is 300. Max game stage is 720. Now, one thing that I do want to cover, but I want to fix my screen first, otherwise that's just going to end up all bad later, is what are the settings for this world? It's my test world.
Right.
That is on the default difficulty.
Okay.
So it actually wasn't the easiest. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I seriously thought I had put it on the easiest. No, it just default. Just somebody starting out, just learning the game. Now, you also have to realize I have nearly 2,000 hours in this game. Hang on, let me switch to.
I would like you to increase the number of zombies per blood moon. Increase the difficulty.
Let's see if this will actually switch. Yes, it switches to my computer. Good. So then we can end this off with a view of my library. I don't know if you guys actually see this or not, because I'm going to
We
have
do
to.
not.
Yeah, because
Nope.
I closed it.
All right.
That's fine. But now it should be shared on there.
Yep.
So you take my 7 days to die hours, and I'm approaching 2,000 hours rapidly. So somebody just starting the game, I would totally suggest going scavenger. If they're going to be playing by themselves. If they're playing with a group, then that group better know that they're new and watch their ass. Otherwise, they're going to get it eaten rather quickly. But it really wasn't that difficult, and it was very depressing, honestly. I'm very not impressed. Huh. Well, anyhow.
Yeah, it was an interesting experiment.
Yep.
And thank you for including us in it.
Yeah, thanks.
Was,
Thank you guys for coming, and I appreciate everybody that's watching. Both recordings on this were nearly an hour long, but with the wonderful invention of creative editing, that won't be the case. So, anyway, thank you all for coming. If you enjoy this content, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, the bell icon to get notifications of more videos to come, and we will see you on stream.
Thanks for being here.